Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Dugout Football Channel. Liverpool 3, Bournemouth 1 at Anfield this afternoon. We'll go through the game, we'll go through the talking points. There were plenty of them, weren't there? There were absolutely plenty of them. But before I do begin, do remember to hit a like on the video and do hit that subscribe button as well and turn bell notifications on as well. So Liverpool 3, Bournemouth 1. Liverpool start with an Anfield win. And we made it hard work for ourselves, didn't we? We definitely did. So let's sort of start with the starting 11 because I was very surprised to see us unchanged. I've got to be honest. I thought there may be two changes. I thought maybe Harvey Elliott might come in for Gakpo. I thought maybe Nunes maybe comes in for Jota, but no, Liverpool staying unchanged, to say the very least. And look, I think we have to look at this today. That I think there will probably be changes going into the Newcastle game. I will get onto it because we did suffer a couple of injuries today as well. But I've got to give credit to Bournemouth. I thought Bournemouth were very good today, and I said in my preview with Matt, and you can obviously go back to it. I did say that this Bournemouth side are much better than the Bournemouth side that turned up to Anfield 12 months earlier. So. I did expect a very tricky game today. I've got to be honest. I did expect a very tricky game, and we got that. And 3 minutes in, well, no, actually, not 3 minutes, and almost like 1 minute in, Bournemouth put the ball in the back of the net. Yet lucky it was offside. We obviously got lucky with VAR there. But then 2 minutes later, mistake by Trent. Don't know what he's playing at. Do not know what he's playing at. And Bournemouth play it very well. Plays it to Semenyo. Semenyo has a simple finish, and it is 1-0 to Bournemouth after 3 minutes. And you're thinking, oh no, not again. Is it going to be one of those games where we just go back and think, oh no, it's going to happen again? But luckily for us, it didn't. But we were very disjointed in that first half. I've got to say, like that first 10, 15 minutes, even into sort of 20 minutes, we were really poor, really poor. Very slow, very lethargic in midfield. And again, I suppose as well, like obviously Gakpo's not a midfielder. Let me just say that now. I think if you're going to play Gakpo, I think you've got to play him down the middle. I don't think it's anything to do with that, but for me, he's not a midfielder. As well, but yeah, midfield just slow, lethargic. Just the play all round wasn't great. As well. Allison got a booking as well. Again, dilly dallying around at the back, and Allison gets a yellow card. And you have to say that after that, we did actually, wake up. We did get the equaliser for Luis Diaz, and I've been crying out for Luis Diaz to basically score more goals. I think that's the one thing I've been saying throughout this whole throughout this whole season is that Luis Diaz needs to add goals to his game, and he's obviously got that lovely finish, wasn't it? A lovely pick out as well. Diaz almost acrobatically plays it, and it's a fantastic finish into the bottom corner. Neto with absolutely no chance there. And it was very good, very good to obviously get the equaliser. And then after that, I thought we kind of stepped it up a little bit. Thought we stepped it up a little bit, and obviously we do get the penalty decision. Now, I've got to be honest, right? I've got to be honest. Do I think it was a penalty? I think it's harsh. I can understand where rival fans are saying it's probably a dive. Szoboszlai has obviously anticipated the contact. But I think the one thing is you never dangle a leg. Never dangle a leg when you're a defender, because that it's clever play from Szoboszlai. It is very clever play. I can understand why people are saying it's not a penalty, but I think if you dangle a leg, you're always asking for trouble. You're always making the referee's decision to say the very, very least. But I think he was very, very fortunate. I think he was very, very fortunate to get away with it, and he obviously the penalty as well. Now, I am going to ask you because obviously we did get 2-1 ahead. Salah's penalty was poor. Really, really poor. I've got to say that was very, very poor from Mohamed Salah. Yes, he did get the rebound in for 2-1, but that's now Salah missed his last 3 penalties out of his last 5 games. Should Mo Salah be off penalty kicks? Because we have a player now in Dominik Szoboszlai, who I think has not missed a penalty in his entire career at Leipzig. I really think now is the time to change penalty kick taker. I've said it. I've said it for a while that I do think that we do need a new penalty kick taker. Why not give it to Szoboszlai? Szoboszlai has a very, very good technique of taking pens, and I think if you're looking at that, I think probably Szoboszlai should be the new penalty kick taker. If we're being frank, if we're being very, very honest about ourselves, I do think that he should be considered potentially to be penalty kick taker because Salah's penalties recently, I've never really had the confidence in Mohamed Salah. But with that goal, Mohamed Salah moves on to 187. He has now passed the great Steven Gerrard in Liverpool goals. So congratulations to Mohamed Salah. Another achievement, which is absolutely amazing to see, and you've got to say, which was very, very good to say the very, very least. So halftime 2-1. I was happy. I was happy to go in 2-1 at halftime because I think it was very, very harsh on Bournemouth. I think I thought Bournemouth played very, very well and could have easily been 2-0 up, especially. But if that offside goal counts, then it probably changes the whole game, whole complexion of the game completely as well. But Bournemouth, I've seen a lot of people say Bournemouth potentially to get relegated this season. I really can't see it. I really cannot see it. And let's be honest, I do think that the way that they played today, Iraola is a very good manager as well. So that is something to take into as well. But then we go into the second half. We're going to the second half. And again, I think we stepped it up a little bit. We stepped it up a lot more. Obviously, Van Dijk hit the bar with a header as well. Then comes the biggest talking point of the whole game. Alexis Mac Allister, 57th minute, red card. Now, I'm going to bring you to a couple of decisions that I think could be considered as more of a red card. Konate last week, Chukwuemeka, I think that's how you say it, on Konate last week. His foot is high. His foot goes into Konate's stomach. That was a yellow card. Now, I can understand where people are going to come from. That, Konate was moving very, very fast. But for me, his foot was high, doesn't get anywhere near the ball. He is attempting to go for the ball. I can understand that. For me, that potentially could have been a red card. The red card today is an absolute joke. It is an absolute joke. Where is the consistency? Look, people were saying last season Casemiro had a really, really bad time of it with referees. A lot of people were saying then that his red card was very, very harsh. I think it was the one against Southampton. The one against Crystal Palace as well. You've got two players going for the ball. One misses it, one gets it. And because Alexis Mac Allister has tackled, he's caught Ryan Christie. Look, Ryan Christie is a very, very good player. I will say this now. He's a very, very good player. Alexis Mac Allister he's late. He's late. There's no malice. There's no attempt to injure the player or anything like that. And Thomas Bramall thinks it's a red card because it's literally two players coming towards each other. That is never a red card in a month of Sundays. Um, Again, how Paul Tierney and Konstantin Hatzidakis on VAR can literally see that as a red card is beyond me. Is absolutely beyond me. Because for me, it's an absolute disgrace of a decision. Absolute disgrace of a decision. It's never a red card in a month of Sundays. Would it be a yellow? I think you would obviously look at it and probably say it is a yellow card. But it is never a red card in a month of Sundays. Never a red card. So I really hope Liverpool go to the FA and say, look, we've been harshly treated by the referee today. Let's go and basically try and get this rescinded because Alexis Mac Allister could potentially miss 3 matches. Newcastle away next Sunday which will not be an easy game by any imagination. That will not be an easy game. Villa at home, which again will not be easy, and then Wolves away. 3 tough games. 3 tough games. And to have no Alexis Mac Allister would be an absolute travesty because I think he's been really, really harshly done by there. Red card is a joke. It's an absolute joke. Guys, let me know your thoughts about the red card in the comments because I've got to be honest, it was a joke of a decision, to say the very, very least. So Alexis Mac Allister goes down the tunnel for an early bath when he really shouldn't have, and Endo comes on. Now, this is why I've been crying out for a defensive midfielder that isn't a pretty player, but is just one of those players that can just basically do the sort of the dirty work. Makes he breaks up play. Fantastic. He breaks up play. Weight of passing, really, really good. The other thing as well, he does cause fouls. Now, that's a DM sort of position, is to break up play, win the ball back. Not do the sort of the fancy football. But Endo, I think, had a very, very promising debut. So he comes on, which is very, very good. Then we make a 3-1. Jota, it's a great save by Neto from obviously Luis Diaz. And then, Jota does get on the rebound. Now, again, a lot of people have probably been talking about this. Is Jota a starter? Now, for me, I think he's more of an impact player. I think there has been times where he has started and he has actually made an impact. But I think coming off the bench, I think he is probably more lethal, if I'm being honest with you. So 3-1 in the end, which was very, very good. Yes, we had the other chances to bring the score even better, but Alisson made some very, very good saves today. You've got to give credits to Alisson. He made some very, very good saves, even on a yellow card as well. Alisson played really, really well. So positives. Coming back from a goal down, last season that could have easily been a draw or a defeat. So really, really good. Szoboszlai was my man of the match. Absolutely wonderful performance from Dominik Szoboszlai. I honestly think he's going to be a real fan's favourite. And what a signing he is going to turn out to be. He has been fantastic recently as well. So Endo debut as well. I think he had a very, very good debut as well. Negatives. We need a right back. We need a right back. Trent he's obviously wanting to play this hybrid role. We need a right back. And obviously the other negatives are obviously Diaz going off injured. Hopefully that's not too serious because I really want Diaz to have this season where he just almost seems to want to score in games. I think that's something else to look at as well. Trent looks like he's injured as well. So again, there is eight days until the Newcastle game. So that is something to look forward to as well. So hopefully Diaz will be back. Hopefully Trent will be back. we look really, really dodgy playing out from the back now. Dilly dallying on the ball. I mean, we were very, very lucky to get away with the 1-0. I thought we were very, very lucky to get away with the 1-0. And then obviously they do make it 1-0 as well. But getting the win is the most important thing in this one. And look, 3-1, very, very good result. Very, very good result in the end. After a very, very poor first sort of 10, 15 minutes, we get the win. We're going to Newcastle. That will not be an easy game. But I have total faith in Jurgen Klopp's men. I have total faith in getting the players in that we definitely need. And I have full faith in all those things to happen as well. So, guys, it's over to you now. Please do let me know down in the comments what you thought about the game. Did you agree with the Mac Allister red card? Because I think there'll be a lot of people saying no, definitely not a red card for me. Let me know about Dominik Szoboszlai's home debut. I thought he was excellent today. And just let me know what your thoughts on the game as an overall. And let me know your man of the match as well. But thank you very much for watching. I honestly do apologise for the lack of match reaction tonight. I just decided to do a bit of a pre-record. Obviously, we do know that the match reactions going forward from September onwards will obviously be pre-recorded. But I hope everyone has a very, very good evening. And yeah, Liverpool are back to winning ways, which is always the main thing to go into these games as well. But thank you very much for watching. I really do appreciate it. And please do hit a like as you go out on the video. Do hit that subscribe button if you are new to this channel. And also do hit that notification bell for every upload that comes on to this channel. But the Reds are back to winning ways, and we go on to Newcastle on Sunday. Very, very, very big game, that one. And I will see you very, very soon. You'll never walk alone. Cheers, Reds.